And we're going to attempt something we've never done before. We are trying to heat form this Sintra and using the oven. And I've created a buck, as you can see here. That's the shape that we want. It is a part that goes right here on the elbow of the zero. And we'll be placing it on top of here. Oven is set for 250. We'll be putting it into the oven with the door open so it doesn't get too hot too quick, and we can actually watch as it forms, as it falls down, and then we can just pull it out and cool it. Probably need to put a little bit of pressure on it like this to hold it down.
If all goes according to plan.
According to plan. Hey, that's how you learn.
Yeah, take two.
Alright, so leaving the buck in the oven didn't work. I think part of the biggest problem with that was it's blocking heat. So the bottom side,
curly.
Yeah, bottom side wasn't heating up very well. So, and that's how you learn, by trying. So now we just have a piece of Sintra. This is actually a thicker piece this time, and it's just laying in there on some foil. 4 or 5 minutes is what we've been told, and it should make it pretty flexible.
Maybe.
And then we'll throw it on the buck and use it to shape it still.
Recording.
Okay. Alright. We're going.
Yep, yep. Cut. Outtakes.
Rolling reset. We're getting ready to pull the piece out here, and we have a buck sit over here, and we're just gonna try to carefully and quickly pull this out. You can see it has some flexibility to it. And we're going to lay it centered here, hopefully, very quickly. And press, and press, and press, and press, and press, and press, 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 press. I can't hide something. We've lied to you. I'll take it if you want. We've lied to you because we did good pulls on the thicker Sintra, but I needed Wendy's assistance in doing this, so she couldn't shoot video at the same time. So we had a thinner piece and said, let's try that. So we put the thinner Sintra in there. I don't think Wendy's noticed what I'm getting ready to lead to here. We put the thinner Sintra in there, just, hey, we're going to do it for a test, and then I could do it and she could hold the camera. Now what I just realized when I put it on here, do you notice the size difference? Okay. Do you see how this is close to the back edge here and there's wood exposed up here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to put a good one on here.
Well, you stretched it.
No, it shrunk. We had it hot too long and it shrunk. Look, I'm going to slide it right over. Look, it is that much. So,
wow.
yeah, it's lined up on the back. So this would be something you'd want to consider if you're going to use thick versus thin. The thin looks like it wants to shrink more than the thick. All right, continuation of doing some heat forming on the Sintra. We're doing some other pieces on the Zero outfit, and once again, it's learned from experimenting. We are going to take a piece this big, or attempt to, and we're going to make 4 smaller pieces out of it, but instead of, and they're all pretty much the same curve, so instead of cutting them out and forming them individually, which we saw that there's some shrinking, we're going to heat this whole piece up, and then if you tilt the camera down there, you'll see that we've got a little thing set up with a piece of ductwork pipe we found and a 2x6 sitting on its side. That's held up with a clamp at the end so it doesn't fall over anything. And this is just to make sure it's a clean surface, this paper towel. And what we'll do is we'll take the hot Sintra right out of the oven, lay it on here, and let it fall into place. Maybe have to push on a little bit to get it formed. And then after it's formed, we will trace it out and cut it. So we'll see what happens. Okay, here we go.
Oh, almost got my face.
Sorry. Look, it falls into place. Hold on. Don't look at it.
Yes, the edge is curling up.
Yeah, but it's not that big. It's... No, this is good. So we've got it formed. It pretty much fell into place. We didn't have to press it. And now we have leg armor. So we're going to trace out some pieces here. 4 pieces out of this. And cut it out.
Cut it out.
And paint it. Should be ready to go. Turn it. It's a feed trough.
Yay.
Yay.
Hello and welcome back. We have heat formed all our Sintras here. We're part of the one big long sheet that we did earlier on the weird looking homemade contraption. Those will be the upper leg and the lower leg, lower arm and upper arm. So they've all had their patterns traced on them after they were heat formed this time, so we don't have to worry about shrinkage. And they're all cut out now and ready to be primed. So our Zero Armor has been moving along. We have sanded it, gave it a light coating with some fine sandpaper just to help the paint grab the plastic a little bit better. Sanded all the edges to make sure they were smooth. No sharp edges to cut you. It got 2 coats of primer. Making sure to get all the edges. Let it dry really good in between coats. And it just now got its first coat of its base paint, which is also Rust-Oleum. Really like the Rust-Oleum. It seems to work really well with plastics. We use it for our Zero helmets, which are cast out of resin, and we've used it numerous times on the Sintra or PVC Foamboard, and it bonds really well to it. So that's the first coat. Got the heater on, make sure the garage is warm enough for the paint to dry. And come back in a while after this is dried and give it another coat. Welcome back. The Zero Armor has had its coats of plastic paint out of the rattle can, and now Courtney's taking a turn at it with the acrylics, like 50 Shades of Grey. Literally, no. She is working on the cell shading part of it. You can see it's kind of got like a marbled sort of look to it, which really helps make all the cell shading pop. Once this finishes drying, she will get at it to add the fine details, make it look something similar to this, although this is craft foam. And as you can see, it cracked, which is what craft foam does. So hopefully she'll get this all wrapped up. Once it's finished, we'll have some really armor-like, non-cracking armor for our Zero, just in time for C2E2. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, either leave them in the comments or pop on over to our Facebook page, facebook.com/cosplayforusall, and send us a question there. Always happy to help. How do I stop?
Don't touch it! Don't touch it! Alright, so you gonna go up? See? You didn't go up with it. Let's try it again.